I can't even fit all the books in the frame right now. This is definitely the most massive book haul I probably will ever film, and it's because my bookshelves are sparse and I needed books, so I got them. Let me count how many there are. There are 69 books here, and we are going to go through them all. I don't know where to start. You can't even see the bottom. We're starting here first. My preface is that I don't know what all of these books are about. Some of them I've seen online, some people have told me to purchase, some they just looked pretty so I got them at the bookstore, some are for videos. It's all over the place. So I'll give you the description for what I know. Talking at Night by Claire Daverly. I made a video where I asked booktubers to choose what I read for a week, and this was one of Destiny's picks. I ended up not choosing this for that video, but I'm very intrigued to read it. I also have seen on TikTok people say that this book makes them cry, so I could use something like that soon. Next we have Picking Daisies on Sundays. It's a romance novel. It's my favorite thing to read. Cute cover. Next we have Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I read The 7-Year Slip last year and I absolutely loved that book. I think I'm gonna reread it this fall because I loved it so much. It has stayed in my mind for so long. I read a novel love story and I didn't love that as much, so I don't know. It could go one or two ways. Next, I got Mad About You by Vari McFarlane. Something I used to swear I wouldn't do because it's financially not the smartest decision is buy the books that I read on Kindle. But for the most part now, I only read books on Kindle that are free from the Libby app. So I read this book, gave it a 5-star, and I wanted the physical copy for my bookshelf. Next, we have Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I tried to read Normal People and I could not get into it. I don't know when or if I'll read this, but I bought it. Next, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I've never read an Ali Hazelwood book. I know that they just casted the main characters for the movie adaptation. I'm so excited to watch that, so I thought I would read it eventually before that comes out. Next, I love the Penguin Classic cloth bound covers so much, and I wanted to just have a shelf dedicated to these, so I have a little Jane Austen collection. Pride and Prejudice was in here as well, but I already have it out. Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Love and Friendship, Persuasion, Northanger Abbey? Northanger? And Mansfield Park. Some more classics. We've got Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, just some classic literature. That feels like it's gonna fall apart. Last Penguin Classic cloth-bound books. The Odyssey, because they're making it into a movie with Christopher Nolan as the director, so it's gonna be insane. So I thought I should maybe try to read it one day. Gulliver's Travels and the Iliad. That's gonna fall over. Do we think that's gonna fall over? Moving on. I'm actually currently reading this book. I got Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I read Promise Me Sunshine by her in that video. Booktubers choose what I read for a week. Destiny also picked that book, so that's the one I ended up reading. And I really liked it. I think I gave it a 4-star. So this is the first unexpected pregnancy trope I've ever read, and I'm maybe a quarter of the way into it, and I'm enjoying it so far. Just read One Golden Summer, and oh my gosh, this redeemed Every Summer After for me, and now I'm rereading Every Summer After because I did not like it when I read it a couple years ago, but I loved this one so much that I'm giving it a second chance. Even though this is the sequel, I'm reading the prequel. Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I absolutely love her as an author. I've only read 2 of her books. I'm intrigued and ready to read more. Catherine Center, she is a beloved author of mine, and this was available on audiobook on the Libby app, so I thought I would get the physical copy and eventually read it, hopefully this month. What You Wish For. I've never heard anything about it, but she actually has so many books that I've never heard about. Next, Main Characters. I saw on TikTok someone said that this takes place in August, so I want to read it this month since it's August. Nora Goes Off Script. Someone commented on my last reading vlog that this is their favorite Annabelle Monaghan book. I decided to buy it because I want to read it, and it's so short. I'm gonna love that. Another Ali Hazelwood book. I got Problematic Summer Romance. I heard there's a big age gap. Don't know much else. Hopefully I'll get around to reading it before next month because once we're in fall, I am done with summer romances. Hold me to that. I'm pretty sure there's a trilogy, the 3-book series of Sarah Adams books. I have these 2, and I do have When in Rome on my shelf already, so I think those are the 3 books in it. Practice Makes Perfect, Beg, Borrow, or Steal. Next, I have Binding 13 and Keeping 13. I've heard crazy, really good reviews of this from TikTok and YouTube, so Chloe Walsh, new author for me. I got The Tenant by Frida McFadden, thriller, assuming from the cover. Then I got Lisa Jewell's newest release from this year, Don't Let Him In. I absolutely loved None of This Is True. through. It was, I think, the first thriller I've ever read. Maybe the second. Gave it a 5-star. I'm really excited to get to this book. I got Yellowface, also a thriller. Don't know much else about it other than it's a thriller, and I think the author dies of a book that hasn't been released yet, and then someone takes over the book and pretends it's theirs. Intriguing. Frederick Bachman, I've never read a book by him. I've heard only incredible things, and this is his newest release, so I got it. My friends. I also picked up Anxious People by him. This is also a new release. Got it from Target, Reese's Book Club, Broken Country. These are their own vibe. These are not like the fiction romance vibe that I was just showing you. We have The Invisible Kingdom Reimagining Chronic Illness. I have lupus. Fiber Fueled. The guy that wrote this, I used to listen to his podcast. He's a doctor, and I'm very interested in health, wellness, and the gut. And I bought an anti-inflammatory diet for beginners. Basically a cookbook, I guess. I'm counting those as books because they're gonna go on the bookshelf. This is honestly so out of pocket for me. I have never read a fantasy book, and I bought the whole Throne of Glass series. I should probably make a video of me reading these books, or it probably will never happen, but all of my friends say that even though I don't like fantasy, that I would really like these books. I do think series like that look so good on a bookshelf, so I had to at least get one. Okay, here's our last pile, and it's all lit up by the sun. Part of Your World, read this on my Kindle. I've read this whole series, Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer, and I really loved all of them. I have the other 2 physical copies, so I wanted to just complete the little series and get this one. Next, I read this series all on Kindle. Life's Too Short, The Friend Zone, and the Happy Ever After playlist. My least favorite books of Abby Jimenez's, but still, I ate them up. So, got the physical copies of those. Then I got The House on Mango Street. I actually didn't read this in school, even though so many people have to read it in school. Lyndon and I recently rewatched the movie Crazy Rich Asians, so I thought maybe one day I'll pick it up and read it, but we love that movie. I love The Great Gatsby. It's truly one of my favorite books, and every time I see a new version or cover, I buy it. Probably the flimsiest one out there, but I just love this book so much. Next, I got The Paper Palace. I also know this takes place in August, so I'm really trying to read as much as I can this month to read all of the books that take place in August. That's all I know about this. I got The Good Left Undone. I believe someone commented on one of my videos that I would like this and should read it. Next, I got The Kite Runner. I read 1,000 Splendid Suns by the same author, and I gave it a 5-star. It was incredible. Next, I got Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard really great things about it. It's a historical fiction that takes place in Malibu, and I've always wanted to read it in Malibu because I'm from LA, and I just thought that'd be a fun video and idea, and I just haven't done it yet. Maybe coming soon. The Stationery Shop. I just really liked the raw edges of this book and the cover, but I don't know what it's about. 3 new Kristen Hanna books. This is literally my queen. I love her. I have never rated any of her books lower than a 5-star, so my hopes are high, and as they should be. Home Again, Homefront, and Summer Island. I think I'm going to read this one this month because it takes place in the summer, I'm assuming, since it says Summer Island, but I don't know. You guys have to comment and tell me what books to read, because if you don't, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Where am I gonna start? I got The Midnight Library. This is a very popular book. Okay, this is actually really funny. The premise of this book is that this girl gets to go into this library that has, every book has an alternate ending or way her life could have turned out, kind of like multiple universes vibes. And I had an idea to write a book like that. I told my barista friend the idea because she was asking me if I would ever write a book, and she was like, oh, The Midnight Library. So apparently it's already been written, and I'm excited to read it. Next is The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. Also don't know anything about it, but I thought the cover was very fun and intriguing. A bunch of people told me to read this book if I like historical fiction, which it's one of my favorite genres. The Book of Lost Names. I think it also takes place during or after World War II. Next, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I've always wanted to read this book. I see it every time I go to Barnes & Noble, and I'm so intrigued by the cover of it, but when you turn it to its side, it looks really hefty, and that always scares me away. Speaking of hefty books, Claire Lombardo's The Most Fun We Ever Had. I actually don't know why I got this one because I don't know if I've seen people talk about it, but a book this big's gotta be good. 600 pages? Okay, someone comment down below and convince me to read this because that will take me a month. I'm showing you the last 2 books together because I am filming a video where I read books based on just the cover and not based on knowing anything about them, and these 2 are purchased because of that video. I just decided to put the video on pause because I've been really into my summer romances, but one of them is Every Tom, Dick, and Harry by Eleanor Lipman. Look at that cover. This cover is so intriguing to me. Don't know anything about it. And lastly, Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. I first saw this book in London 2 years ago. Eventually I'll be reading these two in a video. I am genuinely shocked that none of these knocked over. Thank you for watching the most massive book haul truly I'll ever have. I don't know in what world I'll ever buy this many books at one time again. Comment down below what books I should 100% put on my TBR ASAP because there's so many books it'll take me forever to get through all of these. So I love you, my reading rats.